Ken Kyle with Ken Kyle Racing here. Today we have a 2020 Ford Explorer ST. I'm going to show you how to remove the third row seats completely. It takes about 15 minutes or so. You'll need a 19 millimeter socket. You also need a 15 millimeter socket and also a pry tool. Something similar to this, or if you have a flat blade screwdriver, that will probably also work as well, but might scuff the plastic a little bit. So to get to the bolts for the third row seat, you have to take this piece of plastic off. It's that whole, it's all one piece, this whole thing. So to get that off, you have to come up here to the front of it. This is the easiest way. Get yourself a trim tool like this. And just start right there at the front. Put it under there, lift up. And once you get the front popped out, you can pretty much just lift up on it. And the whole thing will just pop right up. We'll go back to the back here. There we go. Boom. And the whole thing lifts right out. We'll reinstall it. Get the back in first. Right over here. Same thing on the other side. Once you remove the other side, then you have access to the bolts right there. And then the other two are hidden behind there. So 4 bolts total. Top part of the third row comes right out. Then 2 more bolts and the lower cushion comes out. Here's a look at the underside so you can see where all the clips are. See that? 2 orange ones in the front, then 2 behind the cup holder. 1 more right behind that, 2 along the edge, 1 in the back, and there's really nothing on this side. So it's just all those orange clips holding it in. Alright, now that those covers are off, we have access to the bolts. This one is 19 millimeter. The one with the seatbelt anchor there, that is 15 millimeter. And there's the same thing over here on the other side. That one's 19, that one's 15. Get a light on that so you can see it. There we go. Notice which way the metal on the anchor below the bolt is aiming. You can see that little metal tab right behind it that's popping up. That's to keep it from twisting. So just make note of that when you're removing it, so you put it back in the same way. Last thing to remove once the bolts are out is this plug here. Just a little push release right there. Push on that, pull the plug out. And when reinstalling, make sure you push that back into that little hole right there, like so. You have to squeeze right here, pull the plug out, and once those bolts are out, the whole back seat will pop right out. All right, now that we got those bolts out, the whole piece just lifts straight up. Weighs about 60 pounds, so second set of hands would be helpful, but not absolutely necessary. Now that the heavy part is out, there's just 2 bolts that hold the front cushion down. That bolt there, 19 millimeter, and that bolt there, also 19 millimeter. Take those two bolts out and the whole bottom cushion just lifts right out. So now that the bolts are out, the bottom piece just lifts up, comes right out. Nothing to it.